In today's factoring, we're going to take a look at some special cases of quadratic functions. So if you notice our first equation here, we've got y equals x squared minus 16. We only have two terms. We're missing that middle term. So our t-chart factoring seems like it's not going to work. But here's how we make it work. We just add in a 0x because 0 times x is 0, so we're not actually changing the function. Now we've got all three terms, so we can set up our t-chart. Remember, what multiplies to our constant, negative 16, and adds to that middle term of 0. So we have to find two numbers that do that. What multiplies to negative 16, we need one positive number and one negative number. And in order to add to 0, they have to be the same number. Well, 4 times 4 multiplies to 16, and if I throw a negative sign on one of them, 4 plus negative 4 adds to 0. So then we can go ahead and factor. So this factors to x plus 4 times x minus 4. And again, we should have our check step in here. So I'm going to multiply these together to check our answer. Y equals x times x is x squared. X times negative 4 is negative 4x. 4 times x is positive 4x. 4 times negative 4 is negative 16. So when we combine our like terms, we get x squared. Positive and negative 4x cancel, minus 16. Well, that equals the quadratic we started with. So this is the correct factored form of our y equals x squared minus 16. Let's practice a couple more of those. Again, we're going to start by adding that 0x into our equation. Setting up our t-chart. What multiplies to a negative 81, our constant, and adds to our middle term of 0. Once we find those numbers, again, they have to be the same number. So 81 is 9 times 9. If I make one of them negative, negative 9 plus 9 will cancel. So we're going to factor. Y equals x minus 9 times x plus 9. And we're going to check our work. X times x is x squared. X times 9 is 9x. Negative 9 times x is negative 9x. And negative 9 times 9 is negative 81. Combining our like terms, a positive 9 and a negative 9 cancel each other out. We get x squared minus 81. So here is our solution. Last example on this first special case, we're going to see one more special case. So we're going to start by adding in that 0x, setting up our t-chart, what multiplies to negative 49 and adds to 0. Again, they have to be the same number, so what multiplies to negative 49 is 7 times 7. One of them needs to be negative. 7 plus negative 7 cancel or add to 0. So when we factor our equation, we get y equals x plus 7 times x minus 7. Checking our work, we get x times x is x squared. X times negative 7 is negative 7x. 7 times x is 7x. And 7 times negative 7 is negative 49. Combining our like terms, our negative 7 and positive 7 cancel. We get x squared minus 49, which is the equation we started with. So this is the solution. It's the factored form of our quadratic y equals x squared minus 49.